something, brother? This might be the best OG Kush I've ever had. Ooh. Ooh, yeah. You just said a mouthful, brother. I'm higher than helicopter, but listen though, Hulkster. YoungLurch has been running his mouth on that podcast. Blaze the Bingo Hall podcast needs to show some respect to the veterans, brother. I say we run in there and show YoungLurch and his guest just exactly who the OGs of this game are, What you gonna do, Blaze the Bingo Hall podcast, when the Macho Man and the Hulkster run wild on you? Ooh, yeah. Give me like 10 minutes, though, because I'm really, really stoned. Oh, yeah.
Welcome into Blaze the Bingo Hall for another exciting episode. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe. If you want to listen to us on audio only, check us out on Spotify. The whole library is on there now. It's your boy, YoungLurch, and today we are joined by the Tanzanian Devil himself, Tarzan Duran. Tarzan, welcome into the Bingo Hall.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm welcomed.
Hell yeah. Glad to have you here. Glad you could step outside the jungle and step into the bingo hall and blaze it with your boy YoungLurch.
Oh yeah, run into the library. Obviously.
Yeah, the library of Tarzan.
Yeah. I do all
what are you reading over there?
Studies.
You reading anything good on that shelf?
Not sure if any of those ones are actual real books.
Okay, they might be false compartment books.
Yeah.
Tarzan stash. Yeah, so glad to have you here. Welcome to the Bingo Hall. And we'll get right into it. What first sparked your interest in professional wrestling?
Oh shit. Probably like I don't know. I guess like childhood shit. Probably just like finding it on TV. You know, a lot of it is just like standing up to assholes, which is always fun to watch and fun to do.
Okay.
So yeah, that's probably like what got me into this kind of like anti bullying type shit. You know what I mean? In a sense.
Okay.
Standing up for yourself type shit. And yeah, I was always into fighting. I always got into a lot of fights. You know, in elementary school and all that type of shit. So fighting was always like a big part of my life.
Okay.
And it's cool to like be able to like do it more professionally. It helped a lot with my anger too, because like sometimes like especially in elementary school, you know, maybe like someone would punch me in the face or something, or I'd punch somebody, and then like I would kind of like black out in a sense, and I would just be like hurting somebody or whatever, and I wouldn't wake up for like a few seconds or something. You know what I mean? So like, even by doing like martial arts type stuff like that, in professional wrestling, it just like allows me to be more in like control of what I do.
Yeah. Kind of channel that energy a little bit more, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It just like helped. Yeah.
So was it like, did you discover wrestling on your own, or was it like family members that maybe got you into it, that you started watching it because they were watching it, or?
Well, I know like my grandfather, I'm pretty sure he was like a Goldberg fan.
Okay.
So he had that on when I was like pretty young. I don't really remember like too much of that, but I know I'd like sit down there and watch it with him. And then one day I found like WWF on the TV, and I think like it was even like the day where it was like The Rock and like Earl Hebner versus DX. I think it might have been that specific match that I found, possibly. But yeah, since then I've been like a big fan. Well, you know, I was a big fan until like I got more into wrestling myself, and I'm not as much as a fan like I used to be. But I don't know. There's a lot of good shit going on right now.
I guess
a lot of my friends.
It changes things for you, right? Like I guess once you get to see how the sausage is made and you're actually in the business versus just looking at it from the outside.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, changes the way you look at things.
So did you grow up in Jersey? Because that's where you're based out of now, right?
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Were there any like wrestlers? I know you mentioned Goldberg, or the matches with Earl Hebner and The Rock, but were there any wrestlers in that area that inspired you at all? Like in the local area?
Well, we had Balls Mahoney. He was always really awesome. It's cool. Eventually down the line, I got to like wrestle with him before he passed.
Nice.
No, Bam Bam Bigelow was nearby, and like we would see him at a pizza shop. I was living in this one town at one point. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Okay.
there's not really anybody that made it like too close to me, I think, in Jersey. Well, I mean, besides like someone like Joey Janela or some shit. But yeah.
So, how did you get your first break into the business? And was it in the Jersey area as well, or?
Mm. Nah, at first my grandma wanted to get rid of me, so she just sent me off to Maryland to start training. So she did that for like 3 years. um, and yeah, I guess after that I started getting like some shows in Jersey, and then I moved down to Virginia, so I was doing a lot of shows in like North Carolina and Virginia area.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, fucking yeah, I wish I started more in Jersey. Jersey actually has like a lot of like pretty good wrestling, especially back then. It had a lot of good wrestling too. But my grandmother wanted to get me as far as way as she could.
So you mentioned Maryland, and this is where I'm going to tie it together. Was that was with House of Pain Wrestling, right? Was that John Rambo?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I thought that was kind of a unique connection because I'm from Maryland. I know of John Rambo out in the Hagerstown area, and yeah, I seen him post on I don't know if it was on your page or something that he's seen of yours, but he was like one of my students, Randy Christie, and I was just like, no shit, what? But yeah, I had no idea that you had trained there, but that was interesting. I wanted to ask about that. So, what was the experience like training there? Was it good, bad, or I guess you said that you've obviously trained in multiple places and you've got a lot of I guess techniques in your repertoire. If that's a question, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, no, it taught me a certain style of wrestling, which is more like the old school on the fly type of wrestling. It taught me, and a lot of like hard hitting stuff too. So
Yeah.
it taught me how to be like stiff but safe, and like or certain things like that. And yeah, it was definitely rough over there. The ring was hard too.
Mhm.
I think it was like a wooden boxing ring at one point, or it was like a boxing ring at one point. I don't know, but it was a wooden fucking ring. That's for damn sure. So she was pretty stiff. Uh, yeah, but I had some good times over there. That was one style. Then like eventually later down the line, I started doing like lucha libre once I found that, and a lot of other different things. Yeah,
Yeah, you got a lot of different tools in your repertoire, and it definitely shows.
yeah. Well, I trained at a lot of like different places, and I guess you'd say like seminars with certain people or whatever, and things like that. But yeah, I've been to a lot of different places, like all around the states, doing a lot of training and just different things. So yeah, I always try to add to my repertoire. Shit, I make up a lot of shit too. Like once I get into the ring, like shit just kind of comes to me. I just start like creating shit. And I
Mhm.
got like a whole list of everything right now, but I gotta like remember to look at the list before my matches. I gotta want to start using some of the things.
Yeah. Were you living in the Hagerstown area at that time?
Nah, my grandma sent me there.
Okay.
Yeah, she wanted to get rid of me so she could go on vacation or some shit.
Okay. But I'm saying, but were you living were you living in that area though?
Yeah, no, I was living in the ring. I was sleeping in there.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah,
Damn. Um
yeah, it was cool.
so what was some early training experience like? I know you said that, he taught you how to like, work on the fly and obviously how to be stiff and be safe, but was there any other advice that kind of stuck out to you? Or maybe not there or throughout your time training?
Uh, I don't know. Nothing that stuck out that I still kept to now.
Okay.
Uh, yeah. Uh, it's like once I find the rules of wrestling, I find out how to break them and shit like that. And sometimes when you start off certain places, people give you certain rules, and it's like, well, those rules may apply for you, but they don't really apply for me. So, yeah, I kind of eventually I just kind of like formed my own path, which is like why people like me now is why I do like the Tarzan thing because I'm kind of just doing what the fuck I want to. And if people don't like it, fuck you. There's other people to watch. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? A lot of people do like what I'm doing, and if you got some haters here and there, like that means you're doing something right. At least like people are fucking seeing you. So I'm
Yeah.
doing something right.
Yeah. Yeah. I just had that conversation recently with a friend of mine who creates content, and I had sent him, some screenshots of some hate that I was getting, and I'm still in the early stages of this podcast, but I was like sending him some stuff. He was like, "Hey, if you're getting hate, that means that means you're growing." You know what I mean? Because if they ain't hating on you, then they ain't paying attention. It means you're doing something right, I guess. So
Yeah. Oh, like one thing for sure, like John Rambo, taught me like really good like workout mentality.
oh yeah.
I'd be sleeping in the ring. He would fucking bang on the door at like 7 a.m. Fucking, start working out and shit. So I'd usually get up and work out with him. And, working out with him, like, he's like, he knows what the fuck he was doing. So he taught me like a lot of cool stuff at like 16. um, so yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
he's definitely big on that. I see him. I'm friends with him on Facebook, and I see him post like every day, like outside of Planet Fitness, the picture every day, like just
yeah,
he's in there
he's still on
grinding.
it.
Yeah,
But he would have like a whole fucking wall, like filled with different weapons and shit that he used. So like, a lot of my like big like lore to John Rambo to begin with was that he was like more of like a hardcore guy that would like bleed and shit like that.
Mhm.
Because that's what I was a big fan of. Guys like New Jack and Balls Mahoney. See guys like that a lot in my area. And so originally that's what I wanted to do, and a lot of people kind of turned me off to the fact of that. And so I didn't really start doing like heavy deathmatch shit till since like after COVID. And that's mainly because a lot of my friends do that. And a lot of people that were like really cool and accepting, like a lot of really good, nice people tend to be over there. Like you get a lot more love at like POR than you do at like a lot of like independent places. You know what I mean? Certain independent places got a lot of guys got like egos and like those types of certain things.
Mhm.
So like for something like POR, like people try to like shit on the backyard wrestling type shit and all that, but I mean, in reality, it's like ran more professional than like a lot of independent places, and there was so much more love and like respect than a lot of other fucking places. It's a really good
Yeah,
vibe, and the shit was just on Beavis and Butthead. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
on the new season of
This shit was
Beavis and Butthead
hilarious.
episode too. So it's like obviously we're like doing something right. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
with all the POR clips, man, you're talking millions of fucking views.
Oh my god.
Um, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that's there. It's kind of changed the game, and that's what a lot of like I guess maybe like the older generation of wrestlers or promoters they don't get because they'll say I've seen them say shit like, "Oh, all that for $10 or $50 or something." It's like, yeah, maybe, but at the end of the day, like when that clip gets 10.8 million views, how many more bookings is that wrestler going to get out of that clip versus the payoff that they got that night or whatever? Even if not to say it was that, but just like it's like people just don't look at it from I guess the way, like I said, the game's changed on how things are done today. So
Yeah, well, it's been really cool to like watch a lot of those guys like grow as wrestlers and become like so much better. Like I think I was there for the Grand Prix 3,
mhm.
um, and now we're doing like 6. I've been there past like 3, 4 years ish or some shit. But like everybody's gotten so much better. I went down there a few times and trained with them. Like a lot of the guys there take it pretty seriously, and now they're like getting their own bookings, and what I mean, they're starting to travel and do other things rather than POR because it all started off as like a stunt crew.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, it's really fucking awesome. People are doing their fucking thing. Yeah, I don't know, it's definitely like a huge part of my shit to like be a part of POR. I mean, that's basically like my home base right now. When you
Yeah.
think about it, like there's no other independent promotion that I've been like steadily. Well, I'm stoned. that yeah, dude. Like I'm constantly at fucking POR, dude. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like for the past like however many years now, I might miss like one episode per season or some bullshit. And everywhere else, it's like I'm usually there a couple months, or like they only run like a few times a year. Um, yeah, well, I guess Lucha Libre Promotions, I technically been with them for like 12 years. And they're still running shit, but then they have like big ass breaks at times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? POR is like consistent every fucking these 2 seasons are banging it.
Yeah, I'm hoping that with the show that you guys had in Winchester with the indoor, that maybe during the wintertime, JJ and then we'll keep everything going. If there's a market for it, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool to like do like a POR show. Like I don't know if you did like a POR, like CCW, or you know what I mean? Did some
That would be dope.
crossplay
Yeah.
and shit, or like at a venue. I mean,
Yeah.
but that that's always as simple as just like grabbing like 6 or 8 of the POR guys and like going somewhere. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
don't know. Uh,
So before wrestling, were you always a performer, or did that confidence, I guess, come later once you got into the business?
Shit. Yeah, I guess like once I got into the business and shit, once I started having like more freedom, then yeah, I don't know. But I always been like a good athlete, I guess. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Shit like that. And I used to back when I was like 14, we'd do like backyard wrestling shit in the trailer park, and in like different places and shit. At one point, we like put a bunch of tires on the ground and put like boards over top of that, and just like carpeting on top of that shit. And wrestled on that. There's this house that was like broken down right next to us, so we were kind of like cornered right next to the house, so we would like get up on top of that and jump off and like all this cool shit. So like once I started at the House of Pain, I did like the first like fucking after 2 weeks, I did my first match, and yeah, which for a lot of people, they don't get to wrestle that soon. But
Mhm.
like at least like doing the backyard shit got me more in touch with like how to sell, and like it got me more in touch with like how to do certain things. So once I got to the House of Pain, I was able to wrestle pretty quick. It's
Yeah.
pretty sweet. Once I
They just
learned
kind
like
of,
their certain basic style.
kind of gave you the fundamentals. You already had, you already doing a lot of the other things already.
Yeah, I already knew how to do like good moves safely, and like my punches probably weren't the best, but they were like, not horrible. Um Yeah, like a lot of times when people just start off with pro wrestling, you get all that stuff at once. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, it often takes people like a couple months even, or I mean, shit, some people like a year or two before they
Yeah.
actually do their first match. Like Hulk Hogan, I think it was like 2 years. You
Damn,
know what I
really?
mean? Like, I think so.
Yeah. That's nuts. But yeah, things were so much different too. Like it's like, I guess yeah, I don't know. They tried to like scare everybody out of the business back then, like try to beat the shit out of you until you wouldn't come back or see if you would come back, I guess.
Dude, yeah, they still try to do that shit to people at certain places.
Yeah, that's nuts.
But it's like there's certain people that are like kind of like a little bit of like bullyish, you know what I mean, in wrestling and stuff too.
They think they can
Like
get away with
sometimes
it.
you'll come across people that are just like, why are you even here right now? Like they act like they don't want to be here, but then they just get in the ring and just like let out their anger. It
Yeah.
seems. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, fuck, you're not going to do that shit to me because I can
Nah.
fight back. But
Yeah.
then they can like beat up like the younger guys too, and that gets people to quit faster and all that type of shit. When professional wrestling, like it doesn't always have to be like always so fucking hard hitting crazy stiff shit. There's a lot of people that I mean, fucking, just you could do a lot of just like fun shit. You know what I mean? Like, but I don't know. I guess maybe still people are like protecting the business, or people are just dicks sometimes.
Yeah. And I think, like you mentioned, like with the younger guys, they can kind of get away with it because a younger guy's not going to notice that someone's, I guess, taking liberties with them versus someone who might be a little bit more seasoned and is going to know right away, hey, this guy's really trying to, take advantage of
Yeah,
me or whatever.
yeah, man. I don't know. Some people are just different. Um, I mean, shit, dude. I could name people in the WWE that I worked with where it's like they're super fucking light, but shit looks fucking good. It's just like a way how they do shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So when you first started, I don't know if you were Tarzan at that time, but how did the Tarzan Duran name and persona come to life?
Um, so I always had like the idea of going by like a Tarzan fucking name.
Hmm.
My dad's name, like my dad had a business called Tarzan Demo at one point. So like my dad like always kind of had that nickname as Tarzan. So I think like years ago at like Warriors of Wrestling or some shit, I went as Son of Tarzan, and I might have used it at one other place where I actually did like just Tarzan or whatever. But then like after COVID, I didn't want to go back to like doing the gimmicks and shit that I was doing. I wanted to like do some new shit and like really be myself. And I was just like so in touch with nature. During COVID, I found this lake that's like a 15-minute walk or 20-minute walk to get to. It's like in the middle of the woods. That's just like beautiful. And I just like, people would just start calling me Tarzan because I'd be doing like Tarzan type shit out there. I'm like, you know what? I am Tarzan. I'm like, fuck the whole Southern Tarzan shit. I'm fucking Tarzan. But Tarzan has to have a last name because every other wrestler that uses Tarzan, it's like, yeah, you go to Tarzan at certain times. But, you got to have a last name for your Tarzan. So Tarzan Duran had a good fucking ring to it. Because, like Duran Duran or whatever type
Oh yeah.
shit. They got that one Tarzan song too or whatever. So that's funny. Um, yeah. So that's. And then, like, after I did that shit, there was like a one promotion that I went over by. And I'm like, yeah, dude, it's Tarzan gimmick. The guy's like, oh, yeah, let me see you. Let me see how you look. And he's like, oh, I thought you were going to look like Jimmy Snuka. And I was like, the fuck? And I'm like, nah, dude. Like, Tarzan doesn't look like Jimmy Snuka. He doesn't wear a thong. You know what I mean? So, like, the
Right.
guy wanted me, like, wearing that. I'm just like, yeah, nah, fucking, no, that's not my Tarzan. You know what I mean? Um, so I was like, all right, fuck this shit. People are going to think I'm something like Disney fucking Tarzan. So I had the whole Tarzanian Devil aspect to it.
Mm.
Um, and I guess, it went viralish for my deathmatch shit too. So it's like, it fucking adds to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
I
of like
mean,
the devil crossed with like Tarzan, crossed with my own personality bullshit.
and you've used like several gimmicks. It took me off guard when I seen you as was it the jiu-jitsu guy or the taekwondo guy? An MLW, Randy Christie. You came out as that, and then I'm gonna pull up this one too. Maybe people don't know, but maybe I'm like the cat out of the bag. There's Gay Mysterio, making the entrance.
Yeah,
What's the
that's
story
hilarious.
behind that?
I'm so glad I got to do that gimmick.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah, no, I work for a Matter of Pride Wrestling, and yeah, man, the dude fucking hired me, and then I get there one of the days. I've always done the Tarzan gimmick there, and I get there or no, he would have me. He was like, "All right, I want you to do like one match as Tarzan and one match in drag." So he would like ask me to do like that type of shit, and yeah, one of the nights he's like, "Hey, I need you to be Gay Mysterio." So I'm like, all right, bet. So he gave me the fucking tits and the shit. And then he got this fucking gold glitter all over everywhere. And
Oh
he's like, oh,
yeah.
let me put the gold glitter on as like a mustache. I'm like, nah, nah. I'm like, look, you got it everywhere else. I'm like, nah, I don't. Just the makeup's cool.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I had like so much fun doing that gimmick. Cause then like I was like making fun of moves and like like I set up for the 619. I'm like 69, and fucking came in with like a crotch type thing or something. I forget the moves I was doing. I hope that match is recorded because it was actually pretty fucking good. It
Were
was
you,
pretty
were you
fucking
still in the
cool.
boot when you did that?
No, that was before I got in the boot.
Okay.
I'm not in the boot now, luckily, but like,
You were in there
yeah,
you had it on for a minute though, right?
yeah. But yeah, for that promotion, every now and then they have me do like some drag shit, or like, well, the last one I did the regular Tarzan, but I went against the champion, the owner, Boy Diva, and he was in his whole drag outfit, and that's when Eric Andre was there too, and Eric Andre ended up like taking the mic and like saying some shit. I got like a little clip of that on my Instagram.
That's
Um,
hilarious.
yeah. He was a pretty cool fucking dude. So that was pretty fucking sweet. And then with Major League Wrestling, yo, fuck. I didn't go as my name because like they asked me at first, yeah, well, let's go by your real name. I'm like, nah, this is a character. This ain't me. So like, this is a character that I'm playing for you guys. I think it was like Randall Royce.
Oh yeah. I don't know why. Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, bro, at first I didn't know. I was like, I was watching it, I think live, or I watched it like right after it happened. I'm like, where the fuck do I know this guy from? And I'm just watching, I'm like, oh shit, that's Tarzan. What the fuck?
Yeah. Now the other dude used his real name. But I was like, nah. I'm like, nah, you gotta give me a thing. Yeah, so that shit was mad fun. And then for that match, fucking Court Bauer himself, the owner of MLW, is like, all right, I need this match to suck, and they were going to send the guy out. I'm like, all right, how much time? He's like, oh, don't worry about time. I just need it to suck. And I'm like, okay. He's like, don't even hit each other. I'm like, okay. They're like, shit. So I went to Dan. I'm like, all right, bro, you gotta trust me on this shit. We gotta start off as hot as possible, and then go lower and lower and lower all the way to the point where I was in like that fucking position, just throwing like kind of kicks at him. Because it's a mixed martial arts fight. He's a
Yeah,
boxer. I'm a mixed martial arts guy or
yeah.
some bullshit. So we started hot with a couple of big swings, a couple of big misses, whatever, shit like that. And then, some other dumb shit. Whoever said I went like, whoa, 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 or like, just stupid shit. And just like starting to get the crowd to boo a little bit more and more.
Yeah.
Once I went in that fucking position, what's that position called? Fucking,
Like
it's like,
on like I don't know if it's turtling or
yeah, I don't know, you're just
up kick.
I don't know, you just
I
like
don't
on
know.
your back type bullshit. So I just like eventually went to that, and
Oh, and
that's when I
guard. I guess
introduced
guard, right?
music. What?
I guess is that guard?
Yeah. I went to guard. That's it. And fucking eventually they introduced fucking music. He came out and like choke slammed us and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was pretty
hilarious.
cool. Fucking yeah, no. Eventually, I hope to do the Tarzan gimmick there,
Yeah.
but no, it's
I
been
guess it depends on what they're looking for, right? Because I was going to say, how do you decide what version of yourself, for that particular show? I guess some of them you'll have more lenience on what you can do or not do, but I guess something like
They'll
that they
probably send me
particularly
another
wanted you to
email.
be that.
I gotta hit them up again, but I did. I was working for them like constantly for like a while, and then just like my schedule's not like kind of not really lining up. But my schedule didn't line up for a certain amount of time,
Yeah.
and so I got like taken off like the main thing. But I still like help them and do like shit for them, especially when they're nearby. Or usually they do Georgia. I go down there too because I got family out there and shit.
Hell yeah.
Maybe try to train somewhere.
So let's talk about your match at Tournament of Death last year against Madman Pondo. How did that come together?
Shit, man. Someone helped get me in Tournament of Death, so I'm like, fuck yeah. I almost got in the year before too, but they hit me up like day up, and I didn't have like blood work on hand. So now it's like automatically I do blood work like every like 6 months or 4 months or whatever the fuck.
Just always be ready.
Yeah. So so then for the next year, they got me back for against Pondo, and I'm just like, all right, this is Pondo. He's older, but he's fucking Pondo. So like, no matter what, everybody's gonna love this match. But I wanted to get out like as much time with him as I could. You know what I mean? I wanted to try to
Yeah.
do as much cool shit as I could. I don't think he wanted to do fire. Or no. It's not him. Fucking DJ didn't want us to do fire. They wanted to save all the fire shit for the last match because I wanted to do the ropes on fire. But then that's a good idea, and they used it for the last match.
I watched
But yeah, no,
I guess it was like some documentary. It was behind the scenes of that tournament, and you were on there, and you said that you're like, hey, how's it going, Tarzan? You're like, I'm all right. I wanted to use fire, but they won't let me use fire. And then it was like at that moment, it was like, oh shit, that's because what happens in the main event, Mickey and all that shit. I was like, yeah. But yeah, it's funny that you brought that up. You're like, yeah, I just wanted to use some fire, but they won't let me.
yeah, dude. Nah, yeah, but me and Bondo had a lot of fun.
Even though you lit his hair on fire with the cherry of your blunt, I don't even know if you
Yeah,
even
so
noticed that.
technically, I didn't light his hair on fire. I mean, I might have burnt a couple pieces of his hair a little bit with that cherry, but the cherry,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that I hit him with the blunt or some shit. The cherry fell off. The cherry falls
yeah.
off when you hit people with blunts, man. That's just what
Hey,
happens. But honestly, that was epic. That made like an epic clip right there with his head just like on fire.
yeah. He
Um,
was just like going on about life. He was just like, whatever, fuck it, let my shit
yeah,
fucking.
dude. Now at one point, I imagine I had the blunt, and then I took this guy's bong and hit the bong, and like, oh, like I could like go back and watch that match and be like, all right, yeah, this is a good fucking match. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and I got like some fans in Japan because of that shit. And
Nice.
Pondo has tried quite a few times to get me in Japan, but right now I just gotta wait to get like a 2-tab acid charge expunged or some
Yeah.
bullshit. And so once that's done with, hopefully I can go out there, but we'll see. But right now I'm cool with fucking Mexico.
Okay.
Uh, and
Have
more
you been to
places in the
Mexico?
States. I want to go
Have you
more
been to
places in the
Mexico yet?
States. Yeah, a couple times.
Okay.
Um, well, the first time I went there, uh, I wasn't getting like big matches. I was getting matches against like good people that are like now seen as like really good people.
Mhm.
So like them coming up more, whatever. But they told me don't do any death matches out there because like the hospital shit, it could be expensive or like whatever shit, like it's not good. So they didn't want to see me get like cuts or like badly hurt. So anyway, it was the next this year when I went, Zona 23 reached out to me. I'm like, oh well, fuck yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm fucking here. We worked some shit out, and like right away the next day they had me like up on the main flyer with me all the way at the top, which was fucking epic. And then they had me in the main event match, fucking in like a barbed wire rope match. Which I didn't even know it was a barbed wire rope match at first until like they got this like, oh shit. So I'm like, well, this kind of limits me with certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that shit was cool. And then because of that, I ended up getting a booking the day before, because me and the promoter that I went out there with were just going to shows and shit. And someone goes like, "Oh yeah, I know you for the Zona 23." He's like, "Oh yeah, we can book you for tomorrow." And then off of that booking, I got like two more bookings, and like three out of the four bookings I did in 2 weeks were like main event matches.
Damn.
Yeah. So
It's
like fucking
crazy how that all snowballs like that just off of going down there to do one thing, right?
yeah. Well, I got to work with Airboy out there.
Oh shit.
So I like gained his respect, and like at first when I first went to him, like, hey, what's up, dude? I don't know if you remember me, but at XPW and shit, you were like bleeding all over my car. I think I still got some of your blood in my car from like taking you to the hospital and shit. And like, I don't know, he was like cool as fuck, so he's like a good connection for me out there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, yeah, I'd like to do, I don't know, I'd like to do like CMLL or like some AAA shit. I love doing Lucha Libre, but like. Yeah, if I get some good bookings with that shit too. Like Zona 23 is fucking epic. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do that place. And that was pretty fucking cool.
Will that be that'll be a death match?
Yeah, it's like all deathmatch place.
Okay.
So yeah, like Zona 23, like yeah, so we did our fucking match. Oh dude, that's where yeah, we were going to do the whole light the flag thing on fire. I think the one promoter was like, yeah, I want you to light the Mexican flag on fire. So I'm like, all right, yeah, we do that, like slam through a table type shit, fucking put it on the door. And then they're like, wait, we can't do that. You'll go to jail.
Oh shit.
Shit. They're like, fuck. And so
Don't want that.
yeah, and then I'm not working out for that match. But then the match we did afterward, or the match the next week, they gave me what was called white gas because I couldn't find any of the proper shit that I needed for like fire blowing or anything.
Shit.
And I just couldn't find stuff. So anyway, they gave me white gas, which I don't even know what the fuck that is. But I put it on the ground. Fucking, I was able to like stomp it out like pretty okay. It's not like gasoline. You can't stomp it out. You gotta let that shit burn out. So you kind of want something that will like go out. You know what I mean, and not like fucking stay too crazy. So yeah, so I ended up like I think on top of a car hood, like put the American flag on. Like I pulled out the American flag. I like put it over Airboy's head, started kicking him in the face. Put it over the other guy, started kicking him. Getting all like the nice booze and all that good shit. And then I put it on top of a car hood, and then the other guys ended up putting me through it. Oh yeah, and I lit on fire. Yeah, so it was pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But then like one of my friends out in the US ends up hitting me up a little bit afterwards. He's like, yo, did you burn an American flag in a promo? I'm like, nah, I did in a match. I'm like, well, you tell me, what's like the best way to use a flag as a weapon besides hanging somebody? You know what I mean? It's like light it on fire. Put the fucking flag on them and light them on fire. Put a flag on a door, light it on fire. It was like put it on a chair, and light it on fire, and slam. I don't know, but fire.
He probably wasn't expecting that answer. He was like, "Nah, it wasn't in promo. It was just in a match."
Yeah.
So how do you prepare for a tournament like TOD differently than you would like a standard match or just even just a death match? If you're in a tournament, you got to go several rounds. Is there a different mindset that you got to get into?
Well, I only had one round there, but it's just I had all the cool things I wanted to do. Like the fire, I had a few fire ideas. I don't think I was able to do any of them, but I still have a lot of other cool shit. I was able to smoke my blunt, so that was fucking cool. This year I got invited back, but I had a match afterwards at 3LW that day, and it was just like shit. Well, I can't do tournament of death. It's justice and like get all bloody and like do some wild shit. You know what I mean? Bleed and then make it on time for the next show, perfectly on time, maybe a little bit late. Expect to wrestle and not to get busted back open in Pennsylvania. And I'm like, yeah, Ricardo Rodriguez probably would not like that, and I don't want to be like disrespectful to him and shit. So I couldn't do it. But hopefully next year I get invited back again because I definitely want to do Tournament of Death again.
Hmm.
That shit was a lot of fun. I wish I was there this year. I feel like I should at least stop by there for like a little bit before I went to the other show.
Yeah, I had seen that.
So,
I thought like when they were announcing people entries that you were going to be on it, but I had seen that you were booked for that 3LW show. I was like, oh, I guess Tarzan's not in it this year. But like you said, there's always
yeah,
next year.
yeah, I do wish I was there because I had like so many friends there and shit like that. Like,
It was
yeah,
nuts, bro. It was. I've been
yeah,
going. I've been going to wrestling shows my entire life since I was a little kid. And I've never experienced anything like that one. Like with the rain, with that main event, like the fucking lightning, the thunder. It was the most. I was just telling JB Anderson this. I said it was the most primal, gladiator esque thing I've ever seen. I don't know, man. It
yeah,
was nuts.
yeah. Man. Sometimes like there's like outside shows like that. You know, you got like the whole weather aspect and
Hmm.
just yeah, man. I don't know.
It
Everything
adds
it all
something.
adds to it.
Adds something to it.
Yeah, you know, like POR is like, you know, like there's a couple of people I brought from other countries that came out here, and they're like, yeah, man, my favorite match is like the one that you guys had me do at POR. You know what I mean? Where they like tested their limits and broke out a little bit of hardcore shit here and there or whatever. Like it was pretty cool for them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely dope. Getting to see different people, I guess, break out of their shell or their normal environment.
Yeah.
Is there any particular injuries that you've had throughout your time? I know, like we just said, you were in a walking boot recently. Was that wrestling related, that injury, or
Nah, no, I got stuck in like a flash flood, and I
uh
got on like, oh, the car kind of like came back at me, and it kind of like
damn,
fucked up my Achilles heel a little
crushed your
bit.
damn.
Yeah, but luckily I didn't need surgery or anything. And then luckily I was still able to fucking wrestle.
I was
Which
gonna say, yeah. That was, I
not
think, the
everybody
first
would
time I
do.
seen you wrestle was the first. I think it was the first show of the year this year for POR. That was my first POR, and I think you wrestled Mickey in the no rope barbed wire, and you had the boot on. You had it all wrapped up in the barbed wire too. I was like, it's fucking nuts.
I ended up getting her good in the head with that barbed wire.
Oh
But
yeah,
sorry. Yeah, dude, but that shit is pretty fucking cool. Well, you know what? I wasn't supposed to do that match. I don't know. I told JJ, I'm like, it's 50-50 on if I can make it or not. And the night before, I wrestled Joe Dredd at CZW in a no rope barbed wire
yep.
match. So I'm like, all right, I don't have to hit the ropes. Once I got the boot, the swelling went down in like a couple days. And so I'm like, oh, okay, I can kind of like move around and shit. I just had to like check my footwork with the boot
How
on,
much weight you could put on it? Yeah.
well, just footwork, just like the way how I be moving. Um, yeah, and then me and Joe Dredd put on like a fucking awesome match, like a cool story for like 20 minutes. Like went out there and fucking killed it. Yeah, I think we did the match justice. And fucking right afterwards, I hit up JJ. I'm like, yo, dude, I can make POR tomorrow. And I don't remember what happened with Mickey's match, but I guess Mickey's match got fucked up, so we ended up working, or we ended up wrestling. And then the next show, we ended up wrestling again. And that wasn't supposed to happen either. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty dope.
Like shit
Um,
changes last minute, you know what I mean? So
hey, that's card subject to change, right? So you've had time in XPW. The JJ Allen arm cut spot really stood out. You know, a lot of people talk about that. What was the story behind that moment?
the arm wrestling one?
No, the part where like you cut his arm.
Oh shit. Hold on. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
XPW.
yeah. So I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
so I know of XPW, but I'm not like familiar with like all the matches or all like the things that happened. But do know of that. I know that that's one part that a lot of people talk about. So
Yeah, well Rob Black was like, look, man, I need you to stab him in the arm. Paid me extra to do so. I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it, you know?
hell yeah.
Yeah, that's just Rob Black for you. He's like, look, JJ pissed me off, man.
Like, I need you to take him out.
He's like, fuck him up for me. Yeah, no, that shit was fucking cool. I try to tell the cameraman fucking prior, I'm like, yo, I'm going to do something cool with a knife. And I need you guys to kind of be there for it. We're going to be doing it by the guardrail. And like, they couldn't get it as good on like the pay-per-view, but somebody in the crowd got it really fucking good.
Yeah.
And it's just going, just sitting there with a blunt in my mouth. And
Yeah.
And you
just
see all this
hacking
fucking
away.
blood coming, and just like, god damn.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I think someone said they got put on World Star at one point.
Yeah,
And,
I've seen it. I've seen it several places, like, and it'll just resurface here and there, and people will see it for
yeah.
the first time, and it's just one of those clips that'll continue to constantly keep living on.
And then like every time it gets like at least 1 million views, and then they like cancel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They like shadow ban it or
Oh yeah.
whatever. So,
Yeah,
but
that's
it
like
always
all these
gets like mad
platforms.
views.
They're always
Al
changing
Snow
like the
shared it.
guidelines and stuff.
Yeah, Al Snow shared that shit. He liked it.
Else though, yeah.
But when I wrestled Mr. Anderson, that's like the first thing he fucking said to me. He's like, "Yeah, man, like some of my students are a big fan of yours." It's just wild, you know. They're like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's
a big
kind of
fan of
surreal,
yours,"
right?
and then they're like, "Yeah, what happened with that knife thing?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And
Yeah,
so
cut
that's
his fucking
cool. Yeah,
arm up.
Mr. Anderson was awesome. Fucking, yeah, we had a cool match at the 3LW Red Rose Rumble 2. And, we just had Red Rose Rumble 3, so that's why I couldn't do Tournament of Death because it was literally
Yeah,
3LW's biggest show. I got a belt. It's
yeah,
like, it's, oh, man, if it would have been like normally how it works out, like this weekend, I'm doing 3LW on Saturday. And it's gonna be fucking killer. Oh, I'm wrestling against Masquerada Sagrada again from
are you
AAA
wrestling
World
him?
Squad.
Oh,
Yeah, I
nice,
just wrestled him a few weeks ago too, right after Worlds Collide. The
nice.
day after I wrestled him in Sacramento, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, I got to imagine him against a 3-on-3 match, and then the day after I got POR, so then I could do all like the cool, bloody, more riskier shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Like you said, it makes sense that more that way, to not do the bloody shit first, then have to try to do the regular shit. Yeah, do it the other way. Do it
Yeah.
the other way.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it pays off to do it like that. And then, this is also the Grand Prix 6 coming up. So
yeah,
this is going to be fucking epic.
hell yeah. Yeah, you recently were the 3LW World Heavyweight Champion. How did that
I
victory
was
feel to
the
you?
I was a 3LW Legacies champion.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yep. Yeah, I
Yeah,
haven't
that's
had their heavyweight title yet.
okay. How did that victory feel to you, and what does that title mean to you?
Oh, dude, I mean, it's fucking awesome that like, I get to be like that big a part of like 3LW. I get to like be in like the history books now. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
awesome. They've only been going for the past probably 2 to 3 years. And yeah, I guess 3 years, like probably over 3 years now. And I don't know. I got to be a part of all of it, so like that's fucking awesome. I wasn't even supposed to be. Uh, I reached out to Ricardo. I saw he was doing a show. I like met him a couple months prior, probably. I reached out to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, everything's filled up." I'm like, "All right, well I'm coming back from Pittsburgh, so I want to stop by anyway. I can help out, whatever." He's like, "All right, cool." So I ended up getting there. He's like, "Hey, you know what? There's an opening for you." I'm like, "Oh shit!" And me and Brex Keller fucking killed it. And then, dude, it was actually right after I think the fucking Grand Prix. I think it was like right
mm,
after like the Grand Prix 3. I think 3 or 4. I don't know. And then like my whole back was like all fucking torn up because I went through like the wrong glass because they only had the wrong glass left.
mm,
So I went through like that fucked up glass. That shit like there's like pieces in me, all this bullshit. Anyway, so I stayed with a girlfriend I had in Pittsburgh, and she ended up tattooing fucking like one of these fucking things. I had all that shit done. So I wrestled the match at 3LW with like a white shirt on, and then you could just see like all the blood coming through the shirt towards the end of the match. I'm like, oh shit, I work hard this and like hate me for that. But no, he liked my innovative style, and yeah, it's like another good like home base place for me right now. Is 3LW. It's like I could like go back and like watch almost all my 3LW matches and kind of like see what I do differently during the months and see what I forget about. There's a lot of cool things that I do that I forget about, and there's a lot of different psychology like formats or whatever that I use in matches that I forget about too.
I was gonna say
So,
it's probably he's obviously a great resource to tap into, especially for you wanting to pick his brain for any type of lucha, uh, you know, recommendations or whatever, or spots or whatever to run by. I'm sure he's probably giving you tons of advice on different things to do or not do. I'm sure.
yeah, no, we're really cool. I got to do some training with him. He taught me like some pretty cool stuff. We were going like arm drag for arm drag stuff. You know what I mean? Um, which is cool. You know what I mean? I got some like interesting stuff to show him. He's got interesting stuff to show me, and it's like cool to be on like a good level with someone like him. I got to wrestle with him. John Rambo ended up booking the match. So as soon as I got back from Mexico last year, like the next week, I wrestled Ricardo Rodriguez. You know what I mean? And fucking,
No shit.
yeah, wrestling. So the ring wasn't as good, so we took out some of the rope things, but we still had like an awesome fucking match. You
That's
know what I
dope.
mean? And yeah, and my goal is to kind of like take him to the limit a little bit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
also,
Test him a little.
he's like, oh yeah, man. He's like, you tire me out, man. He's
Yeah.
like he like he knows if he wrestles me, it's like, all right, I'm gonna do a little extra cardio this week
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he knows me purposely. I'm gonna be doing an extra cardio just because I'm wrestling him that week.
Yeah.
Like when I get like certain matches against certain guys, I'm like, all right, cool. This week I gotta like do cardio or do sprints and you know what I mean,
Step
make
it up a
sure
little
that
bit.
my stand was fucking good. So when I go there, I could like keep up or outdo them. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Um, which I'm usually always able to do. I mean, I had guys throw up after matches.
Because you were taking them, pushing them to the limit.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess at times.
Hey,
Well,
only strong survive, right?
yeah. There's a me versus Teriyaki. I think that's on YouTube. But yeah, like after that match, he was just laid out and back for like 10 minutes. He's like, no, he's like, man, I was focusing on bulking up. I wasn't doing cardio. I'm like, oh shit, I've been doing all cardio, just
Yeah, the complete opposites going at it right there.
Yeah, dude. And I guess I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch the match. It was actually a really good match. We did some really cool shit. And I want to pull out a lot of those fucking cool things again. Fucking, I'm hoping to get more like bigger matches, the rest of the year and next year, with people I could really pull off some magical shit with. You know what I mean? So,
So
see what happens.
recently you were a replacement on a SVN show. How did that opportunity come about and you got to step into the ring against Akira?
They're like, yo, man, we hit up everybody else. Nobody said they could do it. You're like the very last person we could think of. Would you be?
You're the worst option we could get out of this. Could you?
No. But no, they hit me up maybe like around like 2-ish p.m. And I'm sitting there at the lake, I'm fucking playing guitar, jumping on the trampoline, looking at staring off into the lake, bro, just having a good time. Got my quad there and everything. And they call me up, they're like, yo, man, we need you either against Rob Shit or Akira. And I'm like, well, I never wrestled Akira before. I'm like, that'd be pretty fucking cool. Me and Rob Shit wrestled at XPW, which was an awesome fucking match. They got in California. Yeah, dude. So I had another match booked that day for Matt Pro Wrestling, which was an awesome place. They're wrestling in Brick, New Jersey. But for the death matches, they offered me more, and and then it's a opportunity to wrestle Akira. So I hit up Ray Mars, and I'm like, yo, this opportunity came out. He's like, bro, you're wrestling Akira, bro. Go fucking kill that shit. You know what I mean?
Hell
And
yeah.
which is like a good vibe that people should be about. You know what I mean? It's always
Yep.
sucks when you get a bigger opportunity and people like hate on you for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to get like love from like fucking good fucking people and shit.
Like, yeah,
And so
go for
yeah,
that shit.
man, I feel like man, the Cure fucking did a killer fucking match out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was our
Yeah.
first time wrestling together, and I hope we get to wrestle again, dude. Cause yeah, man, that's kind of like our first time, like kind of feeling each other out and what we do and shit. Now we kind of know what we're doing. Like we wrestle again, it could be fucking bonkers. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like the
Because now
shit
you
we could pull
kind of
off
know.
together. Yeah, we could pull off like probably anything together, really. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
depends on like how motivated we are that day.
Yeah. I feel like you're one of those guys that you can have a good match with anybody. Like you have so many different you have so many different styles just incorporated into one that depending on what they do or don't do, you're gonna find a way to make it happen. And I think that's what makes you stand out amongst many others. So
Yeah. Well, I've been doing it professionally since 2006. I've been doing it for a long time.
yeah.
Wrestled a lot of different people, and at one point in time, like I was trying to do moves with people I shouldn't have because I'm like training high quality fucking training, and like not a lot of people always do high quality training, and you can't always expect other people to do these things that you want to do. Sometimes you can't expect people to do hurricanranas. Sometimes people just drop people right in their head instead of like fucking, you know what I mean, shit like that. So I used to do a lot more high flying shit, but I got like dropped and like so many things like that at fucking times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
kept
you've
sucking
wrestled
at things.
on Grimm's Toy Show before, but it seemed to have moved on from there. What's happened with that? Are you still doing bookings with them or no?
Nah, not at the moment. They're doing their thing,
Okay.
and yeah, but it was cool. I had a good time while I was over there. I did the whole fucking gimmick changing thing,
Like the
where
clown,
like
right?
I did everything. Like I think it was a whole like last summer or some shit. Uh, the whole story, the whole storyline idea was like Tarzanian Devil went to a different dimension, and this is like right after I was doing the whole like kidnapping Grimm's wife and fucking all this like I try to sacrifice some girl on GTS, and so this whole like band Tarzan shit. I did the knife thing. So I've been doing like all these fucking cool things. I'm like this big villain or whatever the fuck. And it's like, oh, Tarzanian Devil's gone. He went to a different dimension, and then like I started coming out as a different that Tarzan dimensional fucking character every fucking time. So and dude, I've done like so fucking so every like dude, I literally wrestled as a deer at one time. I had like a deer costume, I painted nose red, and I was kind of like, I come in, do like a little like back fucking mule kick type. I don't know, but somehow for some reason, it was a good fucking match, which is just fucking amazing. And like I was able to just like make gold out of like all these like stupid ass characters on the fly, just last minute. I get there not knowing exactly what I'm doing. Sometimes I put a little bit more work into certain characters. Put like a day or two of thinking into them, but I try to have fun with it,
Yeah.
and I wanted the whole like big thing at the end to be like something where Grim has to Grim has to do something that like brings me back, or some type of seance or something that brings the Tarzanian devil back to this earth. Boom, fucking bam, and like some wild shit happens or whatever. Fuck that guy. Like, we tell you a cool match with me against him,
Hell yeah.
but we didn't get all the way there. So like eventually, I just started wrestling as Tarzan again. Got
Hell
that
yeah.
there. I don't know. I don't remember fully.
Do you like being able to like change in and out of all these different characters and channel into different things? I guess it keeps you refreshed and keeps your mind going, instead of, oh, I'm doing the same thing. And maybe a lot of people get unhappy with what they're doing, but you seem to be able to make the most of whatever it is and keep it fresh.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I guess you never know sometimes. I mean, like I could get hit up by WWE where they want me to like go out there and do some dumbass gimmick. So it's like I gotta go out there and like they were like, hey, we need you to go out there in this fucking chicken suit, have this fucking birthday cake, and fucking dance around and blah blah blah. And like,
Yeah.
or I don't know, like you never know.
But you'll be
You
ready
never
for
know
it.
sometimes what crazy shit somebody might come up with. You know.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
just making the best of it. Oh.
there's always talks about, like, I guess, different promotions. Is there any reason we don't see you in certain promotions more, like, I guess, like ICW? Have you wrestled in the chains before?
Nah.
Okay. And then obviously we see you at
No.
GCW, like on their backyard events, but
Yeah.
I think there's demand for more Tarzan in those realms. I don't know if there's any
No.
particular
If
reasons,
more
but
people start calling out for me,
okay.
fucking
I'd
maybe I'll
love to
get
see you in
booked.
the chains. I think that would be fucking gnarly
Yeah.
as shit.
And like right now on my Instagram, I got like 140K views for this month type shit or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm going decently like viral enough to like you know I don't know. I mean, like GCW, they give a lot of people opportunities. I wish I got a little more opportunities over there. But it's just being patient, just biding my time, and
Keep
hopefully I can get
grinding.
on some more shit there. Yeah, I just gotta
Yeah.
keep doing my thing, and that's the whole important thing. It's just you just gotta stay doing like I'm doing something right. I just gotta stay doing what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
I just last or this morning had another Japan opportunity open up for King of the Deathmatch, but I can't do Japan right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like I'm getting opportunity, like like a lot of people never get this type of offers to begin with. A lot of people will never fucking do Zona 23 and shit like that. So I'm getting like a lot of cool opportunities. I just gotta stay doing what the fuck I'm doing,
Yeah.
and yeah, shit will happen. I just gotta stay positive,
pay
have a
off.
good mindset. Yeah.
Speaking of the GCW event, the backyard event, that entrance that JJ had was pretty memorable, where he lit himself on fire and jumped into the pool. I'm sure that's nothing you're not used to, being at POR, right?
Yeah, nah, dude. It was like he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I'm like, he's like, yeah, there's probably like a 40% chance I'm gonna have to use the water, or 30% chance I gotta go in the water. He's like, I'm just gonna drop the towel and fucking, bam, like, okay. Then he comes out, he takes his fucking protection mask off, doesn't realize he's still on fire. I was like, oh shit, and has to go into the pool. So he's
Jeez.
completely fucking soaked. And so he's like, yeah, dude, if I gotta go in the pool, it's gonna take like 2 minutes for me to take
Get all this
everything.
wet shit off.
It's gonna take like 2 minutes, dude. And I'm like, oh shit. So, he goes in the pool. So I'm just, as I'm beating him up, he's trying to take all his clothes off. Eventually, I'm just like hastily beating him up, taking his clothes, and like ripping his clothes off for him. He goes, I'm just like, this is so fucking crazy. So fucking wild. And then, we're wrestling, and then eventually, it's like the mask he's wearing, because he went into a pool with that gasoline towel. The gasoline got into the water, and that water got into his mask. So his mask kind of smells like gasoline. So like, shit, we can't do the fireball. We're like, all right, take out some of the fire stuff, because I think I took out a few fire things. Because of that, we didn't, just in case there was gasoline that could have flared up again on his face.
Yeah.
It was way too
Smart.
fucking risky, just to get a fireball in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think we try to like end the match a little bit quicker, just because he's sitting there breathing in all this fucking gasoline, dude. I wish that like we would have had another. I wish I would have thought, wait, you have another mask on deck. If we would have only have had another mask on deck, it probably could have worked out a little bit better. He should have just like switched masks real quick.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like, I guess no matter how much you plan, especially with fire, like you never know what's going to happen, right? I mean, I'm sure you know that you spit fire, so
depends on what you do. You gotta. I always say you have a pretty good idea on what's going to happen if you know what you're doing with fire.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I basically know what the fuck's going to happen, and I know like the most like riskier thing that could happen too. You know what I mean? So then I know the precautions I would have to take.
Yeah.
Most of the shit I do, doesn't really need much precaution.
Yeah.
Because of certain materials that I use. Like, like me blowing fire at somebody. What do you need? The fire is going right out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I have, the stick that I blew the fire with. I could literally just blow it out. Or usually if there's a garbage can inside, I'll just drop it in the garbage can. Be like, hey, Ref, cover that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll just go, it looks cool or whatever the fuck. But, yeah, it always depends on what you're doing.
So you're known to also play guitar, like we said, spit fire. Are there any other hidden talents that fans might not know about?
Well, I want to ride the bike and play guitar more. That shit's cool.
Nice.
Juggling's fun. I should try to juggle more. I feel like I have the time for that. It's always good for your brain too, apparently. Shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a juggalo. Just play guitar and chill and shit. Play guitar, wrestling, weed, wrestling, and women, right? And guitar.
There you go.
Yeah. I don't know. No, I'm not even a good guitar player. I just play a little bit of guitar to write songs with. But I got like over 100 songs. That's always fun.
Yeah, I think your songs are pretty interesting. I mean, they're not. I don't know if they're for everybody, but yeah, they're. I like them though.
Some of them are a little bit inappropriate and like fucking wild at times.
Have you thought about playing guitar on your way out to the ring and singing?
I did that like years ago. At one point.
You did?
Yeah, when I was doing like Richie Christopoulos, I was doing that.
Okay.
Sometimes I come out playing guitar.
That's fun.
But yeah, I haven't done that shit in a while. And then like it doesn't really fit right for the Tarzan character right now.
Yeah.
Like unless fucking we're doing like some more like goofier type shit,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if it was like GTS, yeah, I could do that. And I did. I dressed up as Peter Chris.
Oh
And
shit.
fuck, what was I
Catman.
calling myself? Uh damn. I don't know, I wasn't like oh no, it was I was the Cat Zan. I was the
Catman.
Cat Zan something, whatever. I don't know. The Cat Zan Tarzan, I don't fucking know. So I come out as Peter Chris and I'm playing the guitar and I'm playing Beth. I played Beth so on key that fucking the video got flagged. So Grim had to take it down and he had to
Damn.
like mute over. I
Damn.
think he cut it out and then he ended up posting it up on like TikTok or some shit. But yeah, it was just like funny that, the video got flagged for me playing the song Beth on guitar.
Yeah, it's always sucks when there's always something like that, like a copyright thing or something
Yeah,
messing up the
yeah,
video.
copyright shit. It was so stupid. Because I'm doing like a parody, but I guess maybe if I would have used like parody words in the song,
Yeah.
maybe I should like rewrote it a little bit instead of
Yeah.
just saying the song. Maybe
Yeah.
then it would have been good.
Who knows now? Because I know like everything's basically it's like AI runs through everything. So they even if they hear just a little something, they'll probably flag it now, I'm sure. So I don't know.
Yeah, so I had some songs on Spotify, and then I also got the same songs playing guitar, just on like Facebook and Reels. And the past like 2 weeks, I was getting notifications that like, hey, we're claiming like half of the rights to this video.
For your own songs, right?
We detected this song by you. you know, I'm like, this
The
song's
dumbest
like,
shit.
it's like you can't make the connection that it's literally the same name on the song and on my
Right.
Facebook. And like, what the fuck? So I ended up just
Dumb.
taking all the songs down because I don't know. I'd like to eventually record some shit, re-record shit better or some shit. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Right now,
Maybe
I
we
just
might
like
see it.
writing songs and bullshitting.
Yeah, maybe there might be an album in the future.
Yeah. I'm kind of like writing more like album theme songs at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So you've mentioned POR. You're part of the POR crew. How did that connection happen, and what did that scene teach you about your performance? Like you said, it's a different feeling than like say most indie shows. There's more. I guess it's more of like a more connected family type of feeling than more of the regulars. I guess that come.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a lot of like good people there. My mom comes out there, so I have like family that'll come out there, so that's always cool. Um, yeah, pure. Yeah, it's a good fucking vibe, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got the
absolutely.
show coming up on the 12th. I know this will come out towards the end of the month, but yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one because it's going to be a banger, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely prepared to do some wild ass shit. I don't know if they announced my match yet on like who I'm watching. They didn't announce any matches, right?
I don't think they've announced any matches. It was just that flyer that I pulled up. But I mean,
Yeah,
either way,
yeah,
this will come out the end of the month anyway. So
yeah. Well, I wrestled like right about everybody on that list except one person that I can remember. And yeah, I was supposed to have a match with this dude a couple months ago, but he ended up not being able to make it. That's Little Sicko. So I'm
I
hoping
was
to get Little Sicko in the first round to beat his
I was
fucking
gonna
ass and
ask. I was gonna ask.
just
Was
like
it
curb
him?
stomp him on a chair.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so because I haven't got to wrestle him. I was supposed to wrestle him a few months ago, and I wrestled him once before in a triple threat match at Deep South, but yeah, it's not the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to really pull off some crazy shit with him this time.
Yeah. If that happens, I'll be looking forward to that.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite type of crowd? Is it the more like you said, intimate backyard, or I guess bigger arenas, or what is it that you prefer? I mean, obviously, bigger arenas means more money, but like
Yeah, no,
as far as
yeah,
the connection,
yeah. I mean, no, yeah. I love having like big crowds, like doing a show with ICP with Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Like doing tours with them. They got like sometimes like 7,000 people at a fucking show. You know what I mean? And so you got all those people watching the wrestling, watching it open up the wrestling, and they'll do like a couple of performers, and then ICP plays. So that's always like fucking. That's probably like the most fuck or something like the most love that I get Like a lot of the ICP fans are like a lot of like really good fucking people and shit. And then like being able to go out there and like watch ICP play after the fucking show is always fucking epic.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Having the love, I guess, from the wrestling community and the Juggalo community all at the same time.
Yeah. I'm sure people like there's like some people in the wrestling community that like probably saw like the blowjob promo I did for XPW, like the beheading of like the naked chick at XPW. Even Rob Black told me to chill out with the promos. So it's just like these are good promos, you know what I mean? Some people are like, I don't know, you're a little too wild for us, you know what I mean? But it's just like everything I'm doing, like pretty much like Jimmy Lloyd or Joey Janela has done something fucking similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're all great minds that think alike in certain
Yeah.
ways. You know?
Yeah,
So
I would just keep doing what you're doing, man. It's like you said, you have your own unique perspective and the way you do things, and that's what, like I said, sets you aside from others. So it's like you just gotta keep doing you.
exactly.
Was there any moment in your career where you thought like this is why I love wrestling?
Thought what?
This is why you love wrestling?
Yeah, dude. Fucking, a lot of us in wrestling are all fucking wild motherfuckers. So it's cool. A lot of us get to meet each other, and the past few years I've been making a lot of like pretty good friends with wrestling. It was just
Yeah.
pretty dope.
Yeah, making the connections and networking.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't even say like networking, but like making the connection with certain people, getting opportunities to do certain things that a lot of people never get. Um, just opportunities for like going to certain places, meeting certain people, like meeting bands or comedians or whatever. Um, News channel stuff, talk show shit. It's like, it's pretty cool.
What goals do you still have left in wrestling? Any promotions, opponents? I know you mentioned Sicko. Hopefully you get a chance to lock up with him. Or is there any dream matches at all that you're aiming for?
Well, shit. I mean, I want to get to like WWE, AAA, CMLL, AEW, or some shit, TNA, Major League Wrestling. I'd like to do like more shit with them, like under my character, and because once I get into one, get to like do promos or like whatever the fuck, the others will see me too. So it strengthens my possibility on getting booked at another one, and then like having a career record like bounce a couple places. You know what I mean? But I don't really want to get like too like crazy big with shit. I don't want like my life to like change completely like Roman Reigns or like somebody. You know what I mean? But I do want to like go out there and I don't know, I guess be like recognized for like some of the wild shit that I do certain places. I want to be able to like make like a career off of it where I could like lay back when I'm older. And, like I don't know. But who knows? I don't know. Who knows what'll happen in life?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, man, you just gotta keep doing what you're doing, and who knows what opportunities I guess could come out of that. Like you said, you're always making connections and getting to go to Mexico and getting offers to go to Japan, and it's like you're doing the right shit. So it's like eventually, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, like for some people,
But
I'm like one of their favorite wrestlers and shit. So it's like wild stuff.
hell yeah.
I'm doing something right. So.
Lastly, though, what can fans expect from Tarzan Duran? Any reinventions, returns, surprises on the horizon? What do you have coming up?
Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of my big surprises are like pretty short notice. You know, like that SVN show is pretty short fucking notice. It was like hours before that, type shit. Um, so yeah, I like when those opportunities happen.
But
But
that's like that's a good thing for you to like always be ready, right? For
yeah,
anything.
yeah. I mean, literally, like just at like 2 a.m. last night, I got a call about Japan, and about this year in Japan. But I just can't do it. Um, Hopefully, we'll be seeing. We'll see what happens. But hopefully, like I don't know, I'm hoping to just get some more opportunities in America right now, and just Yeah, do my thing.
Hell yeah. Like you said, man, if you guys want to see Tarzan pop up at more places, you just have to say his name and, put it out there. And, hopefully, you'll see him at more promotions locally near you. If there's anywhere that these people can reach you, the audience can reach you. I know that this is your handle, at least on Instagram. If there's any other socials you want to plug or anything you have coming up that you want to plug, let the people know.
I mean, yeah, dude, people can find me on Instagram, Tarzanian_Devil. Bam, right on the fucking shit right there. And that's like the main thing where I got a lot of cool fucking shit. Check that shit out. You got shit from like stupid fucking songs to me just doing my fucking thing, the crazy wild ass fucking promos. Or just snap different personalities and just shit goes fucking mad and crazy. And there's a lot of crazy stunt shit, a lot of crazy wrestling shit from like Lucha Libre to the crazy Deathmatch. And then yeah, man, this weekend 3LW, I think it's at Millersville University or like one of those buildings there. But yeah, Three Legacy Wrestling is gonna be fucking epic. I'm on like a 3-on-3 match against fucking Masquerada Sangrada, and so that's gonna be fucking crazy.
Yes,
He's only what like 4'5" or some shit. He's I don't know, but it's wild. But I'm gonna spin him around and fucking we're gonna do the thing.
Hell
That's
yeah.
gonna be fucking epic. And then yeah, man, POR is coming up on Sunday. So yeah, it should be good. I think I'm on a lobster boat on Friday, so that'll be fucking cool.
Lobster boat, man. Hell
Lobsters.
yeah. I
Yeah, I
see
just
that.
put the lobster on my nose.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that. Yeah, how did that feel?
That was pretty cool. I
It's
try
pretty
to do
cool.
it every so often.
Yeah, to make sure you're still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I did it on my balls too, but the Instagram took it down, unfortunately.
Instagram, of
I
course.
just
Well,
that'd be fun.
everybody.
OnlyFans, yeah. Oh my god, like the
Yeah, save it
OnlyFans
for the
one.
Tarzan OnlyFans.
No. I'd have to get JJ involved at the POR OnlyFans.
There you
And
go.
like all the things where we're showing our nuts, we'll just do it without the blurry.
There you go. Yeah. I'm sure there'll be some sickos out there that want to see that one.
Yeah,
Some
we get
POR extremists.
yeah, all like the fucking nails to the nuts and
Yeah.
fucking all that, lobsters to the balls.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, this has been your boy YoungLurch and the Tarzanian Devil Tarzan Duran. I appreciate you for stopping by the bingo hall. Everyone, go ahead and check him out. Give him a follow. Peace.